All right. Hey, hello.
Greetings and salutations to everyone. I hope everyone is having a fantastic Friday. I'm sorry it's cold.
And it's cold, and we have cedar pollen right now. So,
Yes.
Cold. I don't know. Lacey didn't, she didn't miss. She said that allergens were going to be high, and those who suffer with cedar allergies are in a war right now.
Yeah. Talking for my life.
We're back with another rendition of the home service half hour as promised. We didn't miss a week.
No.
Cater said we might, but we didn't. So 2 times at the street.
This time,
I thought you had it last time. You dropped one. Yeah. No, you did. You dropped. I could run the tape back. You dropped one. And then you still had it.
no, I had to take it now. So now I know.
No, but the weather sucks. There's nothing cool stuff going on.
No. Well, it's cold, and then allergies playing around here. I suffer from allergies, so that's like, I'm fighting for my life over here.
It is February. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be cold, but we've had like a stint of nice weather. And I think I hate
all winter.
I hate
it's been. Other than that
1 week.
Other than that 1 week where we got like 8 inches of snow.
Yeah.
Other than that.
No, but
all right, quick update, guys. We had some background music in the first minute there, and so we fixed it. We are now we're alive. We
Look
were
at that.
just chattering away, but there was also some vibey music.
consummate professionals.
Yeah.
We're making it. This is only the 3rd episode of the home service half hour. We're gonna hit our stride eventually.
There's gonna be some kinks and quirks, and but it's okay.
I mean, people tell me that one of my best traits is my quirkiness. So
That's the most attractive thing about me.
we know your wife loves it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that was what got her in the door. Was the quirkiness.
Yeah.
No, but as we were saying during the I guess overly powerful intro music was there's nothing useful about the weather outside.
No.
The allergens are absolutely just John Cena-ing from the top rope.
Yeah.
Everyone who struggles with allergies, Will, I'm sorry that you last in pigment, first in allergies.
Yeah.
Out of the yard.
We can't win them all, Tucker. Yeah. If me and allergies were in like a wrestling match, I tapped out 2 days ago. So it's unrelenting.
He's already dead.
Yeah.
He has a family.
I'm surprised. Typically, what gets me is the ragweed. That's what I get knocked out.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm actually doing, as far as allergies are concerned, I've only had to blow my nose once today.
Well, that's amazing.
I'm so happy.
I don't know. My crunchy wife has made me garlic and honey.
Oh, there you go.
Fermented garlic and honey.
Yeah.
And
So if that sentence just ended just really quickly, it was going to sound really humorous, which is my crunchy wife made me garlic.
and so I've been. It's kind of a nice little treat, and I don't know if it's because of that my if they're not allergies aren't terrible. I don't know.
Yeah.
Attribute it.
Yeah, tribute. Yeah.
Anecdotally, it's not bad.
my
Hot
airwaves are better this week than they've been in a long time. Well, that's good.
That's good.
So,
Hot take. Garlic is a vegetable, spice, herb.
It's a root.
Root.
It's a root. I think it's a root.
Best used sparingly,
Yes.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Best used sparingly.
Yeah. Like
I'm not a big garlic guy. Like, I want some garlic, but I don't want a lot of garlic.
I bet you like it on that bread.
No, that's what I was going to say. Garlic
I
bread.
love it on the bread.
Or garlic knots, which is also garlic bread.
It's a whole different subcategory. Garlic knots.
I do this all day.
We'll sitting in the mud talking like Bubba.
Shrimp cocktail.
Garlic shrimp.
Shrimp gumbo.
Just add garlic to whatever.
No, I do like it on the bread, but garlic.
Yeah.
So it really, where this is actually a conversation that happened last night with Cassie. She went to the grocery store and she gets some chips that she wants to try. And sometimes the chips are experimental flavors. And she's one that she's pretty caught on right now is it's literally just a garlic flavored potato chip. And I gotta be honest. I feel like I'm warding off vampires whenever I eat it. I can't eat it. Like, just cue my Van Helsing there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. You're walking into Count Dracula's home.
Yeah. It's Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. Hugh Jackman. No, but I wish the garlic would work to ward off cedar pollen because Will, you're struggling.
Yeah. I am struggling. You know what's crazy which is a really pretty good segue into some of our topics today, is how good I feel in the morning because I have it's called a phenomenal air, but it's an ionizer on my air conditioner, and it just and I've got a really good filtration on my unit, so it just all night just breathing that clean air, and then really where my allergies get bad is when I step outside, and I'm just outside just at general points throughout the day, and I set my really leaky window, so all that pollen is just right there. So
dude, the window in our office. So for those who don't know the context, our building is over 100 years old, or right at 100 years old. It's been everything from a chicken processing plant to a daycare to a lumber yard to a little like weird like gaming center thing.
Yeah.
Also, that's why I like keep scooting
I was
really
sliding
hard because I'm sliding into Will because the floors all slope that way because chicken processing plant. We needed a spot for blood and guts to go.
Yep.
But the window up front where me, Will, and Colby all share an office is so leaky that it sounds like horror film background noise. Like it's like the wind is just whistling, and you can. I mean, the dust settles on your desk.
Oh yeah. Like really dusty days, I'll have like a good layer of dirt or dust on the windowsill. In which I'm sure some people, if they're watching this, they're like, well, just like I don't know, like cock around the window. And I'm like, that is a great idea and one that is on my to-do list.
Bad news for you. We've done that.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, we've done that.
That's great. All right.
I mean, it's not great. We've done it. Though.
Yeah, no. So we've done it. Well,
Yep.
So,
Lots of our installers were slow.
Question for you guys. So we're talking about allergies. What? Let's run down the symptoms. I don't know who's all being afflicted by this. We got more problems than allergies.
Chicken processing plants. Well, I don't even know what that was.
It was the chair. The chair's little like lever that lets you go back. I guess it was just barely in spot.
Make sure you're awake.
Yeah.
Tucker's adrenaline just.
What are the symptoms of what?
So what are the symptoms? What are you guys feeling? I got some allergies kind of going on, but I want to hear from you guys. Like, what is this cedar pollen attacking you?
Oh, dude.
Let's go down the list. Colby, are you feeling any of this?
You go for it, man.
I mean,
what are you experiencing with your honey and garlic concoctions?
I'm warding off the vampires. I feel pretty good today. I only had my nose is a little stepped up today, slightly. And so I'm on the up and up. But last week I had a cold and got a cold over the weekend. So like, I think anything feels better than having a cold. And so, but I know that whenever I do experience allergies, especially with cedar and ragweed, itchy eyes, everything, watery eyes, no fun, and then nose typically runs constantly. So but that's not the case as of right now.
That's good.
Feel pretty good
because you've been drinking honey and garlic.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, fermented.
Do you eat honey and garlic, or do you drink honey and garlic?
I don't know. Maybe both.
That's a valid question.
That's it.
Will, how are you feeling?
I feel. I was about to say pretty good. I mean, all things considering, I feel okay. Allergies, whenever they hit me hard, it's just a lot of head pressure, stuffy nose, and then just throat. So I feel like I'm a good 1 octave away from Batman. Is where I feel.
Where's Harvey Dent?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So that's So those are my symptoms.
Or narrating as Mufasa.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you feeling?
Listen, it's hard not to hate what my answer is going to be, which is I'm walking on sunshine, guys. I feel great. The weather sucks, but like cedar doesn't really affect me. And I think it's because, like another Batman reference, but it's like when Bane was like, I was born in the darkness, molded by it. My house is in a cedar grove.
Yeah.
We've been living there for the last 4 years. And I think that I have just inoculated.
You become immune.
Yes.
Yeah.
To cedar pollen. So I feel great. No, nothing to report on my side of things, but also Cass and I have an ionizer. We've got a 5-inch filter. And so as far as like our mitigation of indoor air, like pollutants. We're doing great. Cass, she's struggling because Cass is like Will. She's very allergic to cedar pollen, so she's fighting for her life. But you know, me, I've woke up an everyday Saturday at this point.
That's amazing. I will live vicariously through you.
All right, so let's talk about, guys. We got some Oklahomans who are really struggling right now, and we know that indoor air quality is just like something that gets slept on. It's not something that's really regularly discussed, and so I felt like this is a good time, especially with all the allergens up in the air. How can we mitigate these allergens from, one, infiltrating our homes, and two, cleaning the air inside of our homes?
I mean, I think it starts with, if you're talking about infiltration, it starts with making sure your house is sealed well.
Yeah. I would bear it down low. What is something that someone can do today? Like as soon as they get home, like what can you do?
Hey, the weekend's coming up.
What's
a project they could get done?
Yeah.
And I think seal the doors. Check your door stripping. Make sure that your seal around your doors and your windows isn't allowing air, or not even air, allowing light to penetrate. Because if light's penetrating, that means air's going to penetrate. And replacing a weather stripping on a door or window takes next to no time at all. It can make a world of difference in the sealing of your home. And then also too, we mentioned caulking around the windows. If you see that the caulk around the windowsills is weathered and kind of peeling away, now's a good time to get you a knife, scrape all the old stuff out, put new stuff in. And that right there is going to mitigate pollen entering your house.
And then after you get done spending some time outside, a very immediate thing that you can do is make sure that the clothes you're wearing, if it's cedar's really high, like that's something that you can do today. Like you get home, like
change your clothes.
Put do an extra load of laundry.
Take your shoes off.
Take shoes off at the door. Do what you can to mitigate the pollen from getting into your house that way.
Well, something too that, and this is like a today thing, and this started whenever I was really young. I was playing sports. I also have a pretty big grass allergy, so I would, strip down and take a shower. That's like pretty much as soon as you get home, get rinsed off, and that way you get all those allergens off of you. And I did. That helps me personally. That's something that you could do.
Well, okay, I gotta ask a question. Let's talk about the Trojan horse of allergens coming into the home, and I'm talking about the family pets. It's kind of a tricky question. What are you gonna do? Some of you guys have pets. What do you do?
So Cass and I, we bought these wipes. They're called Good Pup wipes. And they smell like eucalyptus and mint. And so whenever I take the dogs on a walk, whenever I bring them back in, I'm wiping their feet, and they're just head down. And so they are getting basically a little spit bath with the shout out Good Pup wipes. Because y'all make
not a sponsor.
I'm saying y'all make our dogs smell great. That's what Cass and I do. And one, it keeps the dogs smelling good, and two, you would be marginally disgusted at the amount. Gimli and Lego are clean dogs. They're prissy little guys. They're cavapoos. Guys, they're as prissy as you can get, and as much dirt, debris, and crud that comes off of them from just a little half-mile walk. The amount of dirt that comes off them is insane.
It's insane. Yeah. We just got a puppy, so he's 15 weeks old. I'm not somewhere.
So you've invited a domestic terrorist into the home.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I will give you whatever you want if you will just stay in there. But anyway, So Megan does a good job wiping him down when he comes inside and stuff, and so, especially at night. So that's generally what we do. But to answer Bryce's question, I think that's going to be the biggest deal is those household pets that do spend time outside. Make sure they're getting some sort of wipe down or something along those lines.
I would say another item, it kind of comes down to the cleaning and stuff because you're gonna experience pet dander and stuff inside the house, and it's how do you mitigate those items? Is I would make sure to be anything that the pets typically lay on pretty frequently is make sure that those are cleaned, and so that would help mitigate a lot of those allergens inside the house. And so but if you are someone that doesn't necessarily struggle with pet dander, just keeping it up, it's you have to think about other people come to your house and having to deal with that as well.
Also, hot take: if you have an indoor pet, dog, cat, hamster, don't care. If you've got an indoor pet, an indoor mammal, I'll say.
I was about to say,
indoor mammal.
We're also mammals.
Got a chameleon somewhere.
Non-humanoid mammal. If you have a pet that you call your
Guys, my 3-year-old is watching and he
Okay.
really wants to see me. So I just
Oh,
want to say,
okay.
everybody,
There he
I'm
is.
the guy off camera shouting out these little tidbits. And so I just wanted to say, hey, hi, Ben. It's good to see you, bud. I'll see you
Ben.
at home.
Ben,
It's good to see
Ben.
you, buddy.
glad you're watching.
Glad
buddy.
you're watching.
No, if you've got a indoor furry friend,
I'm all right.
then you should 1,000% have some form of IAQ product in your house
Oh,
to mitigate
1,000%.
like everything that's happening. So whether that's an ionizer, a UV light, a upgraded filtration system, one of those,
Or a combination.
yeah, or a combination of them, because like that's the biggest difference maker. Because we can, there's a ton of ads out there, especially during like springtime, that's like, buy this air cleaner. And it's like this little like cylinder, like looks really nice, modern, and sleek.
Yeah.
But the reality is like that's only going to be spot treating your house, and it's not going to be moving enough CFM to really make a difference in your home.
Yeah.
And so the real thing that homeowners could do is, and need to look at if they do struggle with allergies, is an IAQ upgrade, is some form of media filter.
I will go as far as to say this. I will not have an air conditioner on any house that I own that does not have some form of IAQ product on it. Like I remember back in 2017, I put one on for the first time and just, and especially for me, I struggle with allergies, seasonal allergies pretty bad. And it made such a difference that I can't go back.
Yeah.
So I'll always, and that was one of the biggest things I talked to people about whenever I was out talking to people about air conditioners with IAQ products.
Now let's talk about, what's the typical install price on this? Because I think it's one of those things that you set it, you forget it, it's not really visible, you don't really know what it's doing until you have it, right? It's a game changer that you don't know you need until it's installed in your home. Let's talk about that in terms of customers asking about it, to getting it installed, how much it's going to cost.
Yeah.
So I'll talk about like if you're just doing the ionizer, which is kind of the entry level IAQ item, because it's easy. You can install on an older system. It doesn't matter. And so there's two ionizers that we offer. Is the phenomenal air, which is the better of the two, and then the iWave, and so lesser of the two. The biggest difference is the amount of ions that they create. Phenomenal air makes more. The iWave makes less. The Phenomena Air, right now we just have a little bit of some pricing changes, but the cost for that Phenomenal Air install is around $2,200 for that installation, and that's the ballpark range because I don't have the new numbers memorized. And then the iWave, that price, I know we do a lot of those through our service department. $892
is what the iWave is, and iWave has a 5-year warranty on it, and there's no bulbs to replace on it, which is the other big thing. So there's nothing that really needs to be done. So like during our spring maintenances or fall maintenances, what we'll do is we'll just check and make sure that it's actually running. And how we do that is there's light indicators on the side of it that tell us, hey, this thing is functioning properly. So it's $892 to get into the game of ionization. Now, there are some products out there that are cheaper. We can install just a generic UV light, which is going to be like $400 or $500. But it's going to do less than active ionization in the home.
An easy explanation is like compared to a UV light. The UV light it is only able to affect the particles and the air that is around that UV light that come with contact, and so I would call that kind of more of a passive filtration system, which is very similar to like a filter. It's like it only captures what passes by that product, and so whereas like the ionizer is really more of an active way of purifying your air, and so because it releases those ions into the airstream, which then allows for it to be affected. And so and in the conversation of ionization and whatnot, have we talked about like how it works? Have we delved into that?
No, but that's a little inside baseball.
The inside baseball. We have videos that explain how they work.
It's easy. It's easy. Like you go look it up.
But if they didn't want to buy into ionization and buy into like an IAQ package that's hundreds to thousands of dollars, what's something else that they could do?
I mean, we talked about filtration a lot, so I think my preference would be that people would have an upgraded filtration. So, you have a good 4-inch filter on your unit. I think a lot of people are going like, okay, well, what if I don't have a 4-inch filter? I don't really want to buy a 4-inch filter right now.
Or you can't install
a 4-inch filter.
Doesn't allow it.
I think making sure that the filters that you do have are changed often. often.
Yeah.
And so making sure that, if you've got those 1 inch filters that you change out in your ceiling, especially if you've got pets or anything like that, or your doors are being open and closed, if you got young kids running in and out, all the air in your house is being filtered through those to go back to the system. They have a propensity to get really dirty. So, at least, gosh, I would say maybe start changing them out once a month.
Yeah, especially during allergy season.
Yeah, especially during this time. I know that I'm keeping an eye on some of that stuff in my house as well.
Not all filters are created equal. So like we've got like a lot of times I hate that they're still like in existence.
If you can see through the filter, it's not
doing anything. If you can see through, like the mesh fiberglass filters are, basically about as good as just putting a bunch of like Kleenexes up on your filter grill and that being your filter. Yeah. It's not going to work. Yeah. And so really and truly, like the biggest thing that like we would recommend is if you just have a 1 inch filter and we're not looking to make a big investment in our home upgrades, is buy it's called pleated filters. It basically looks like a washboard. And so they'll come in, I think there's typically like 3 primary colors. There's white, there's blue, and I think there's some green.
Yeah.
And then those are the 3 primary colors. The colors mean basically nothing at all. Really what we want is we want to make sure that the MERV rating is above, I believe it's MERV 12. That needs to be our floor. The floor for our MERV rating needs to be MERV 12, which means the higher the MERV rating, the less particles it is just going to allow it to flow directly through it without catching.
And I think if you've got a really good filter, you're doing that, you're changing them every month or so, setting your unit fan cycle to setting your fan to circulate is going to be a big deal too, because that's going to allow your fan on your blower to be running to pull air past that filter, so you're going to catch stuff over
especially
time.
Right now it's problematic because like the weather is kind of useless outside. Like we're going back and forth between heat and AC, or just not running it at all because it's relatively pretty outside. If that unit's not running, then our ability to filter and catch the pollutants is then squashed. We're not going to be able to.
And I think with the weather being so nice, it's something too, like I think a lot of people are going to be opening their windows and all that stuff, letting the temperature, that's going to be really nice. People are going to be feeling that, but you're also letting all those allergens in as well. And so making sure that you're set up and are aware that, hey, I'm going to need my system to run through a cycle, or several, to get some of this air filtered through.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of studies too that it's like could be your indoor air quality often is even on like if it's a good air quality day outside, your indoor air quality is worse than outside, and then like on a high allergy day, a lot of times your indoor air quality can be worse than outside. A lot of that has to do with air movement. A lot of that has to do with the sun is a natural purifier. So the sun ionizes the air, purifies the air, regardless of what people who suffer with allergies might say. That's a whole different issue. But the sun purifies the air. Yeah. And so the biggest thing that I think folks might struggle with is like, well, we want to open our windows to get that fresh air feeling. And that's where ionization comes back into play, is your air is never going to get stale. But like with the weather changing as much as it is, what should people set their thermostat at? Like, because if we're constantly toggling it back and forth, short cycling our system, what is our recommendation to folks?
Generally on the cold end, but this is going to vary from person to person, but like, somewhere between, I would say 68 to 73 is kind of where I generally set mine.
Kind of your deadband. So like 68 would be your heat kicks on.
Yeah. Well, like I would set my, like on the cold end, like I would set my AC.
Yeah, you want your heater to come on at 68.
Yeah.
And it's a terrarium.
I know.
Person to person.
But no, I changed that recently though. Like I set my heater to come on at 60.
Okay.
Like last night, so I set it real low. Yeah. But as far as the AC coming on somewhere in that.
And I think the biggest deal is don't chase the temperature setting. Like set it and forget it. Like I can't tell you the last time I adjusted our thermostat. We just have it set to auto, and so like I have my heat set to come on at 62. And my AC set to come on at 70. Yeah. And so we've got a 8 degree deadband in there where we're okay with the temperature there. But then on top of that, I've also got it set to where 15 minutes of every hour the fan circulates so that we are purifying the air.
Yeah. I think
Excuse me.
that's that big deal, is just getting the air circulation in there.
Hey guys, quick pivot. We'll do a recap as we close out here in the next 5 minutes. But we had our boy Ryan from YouTube with a comment today about dual fuel systems, and I think it's relevant, especially right now with the weather fluctuations. And we're going back from heating to AC, and so I think this is kind of an interesting time to talk about it. So I'm going to throw up his comment on screen.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and
I'll read it. Hey, what information or data do you use to figure out the balance point for dual fuel systems? Do you consider utility rates and system performance data?
So I assume like the question is being gauged towards like when do you choose to
switch from a heat pump to your gas?
Oh, I see.
So I would dive into, a lot of it depends on location and the cost of that the fuel.
Your secondary heat source.
And so, for example, I'll say this for myself, I have propane as my fuel source as backup, and I have a heat pump. I run my heat pump majority of the time because propane is expensive.
Yeah.
And so just as far as like, if you're comparing like kilowatt use versus like how much propane costs, if I can reduce the amount of propane that I'm using, I don't have to fill it up nearly as often, and so I have a lot more control over my budgeting. And so in the heat pump, my heat pump system is a cold climate heat pump. It's a Linux system. It does fantastic. It worked really, really well whenever we had the cold snap. And so in my propane, just from my own experience using my propane, I only had to fill up my propane tank one time for the year of 2025. And so, and I still had about 20-25% left in the tank whenever I filled it up the first time.
So as far as like choosing when to switch over, it's going to be, one, how expensive is natural gas in your area? And two, like, I think there's also you have to factor in the preference side of it. It's like, do you want warm, toasty air coming out of your vents? If boxes check yes, then we should use our secondary heat source so that we have warm, toasty air coming out of the vents. But like in Oklahoma, if you're on natural gas, the cost to run a furnace, especially in a dual fuel system, I'm going to assume that we're running a 90+% furnace. The cost is, pretty nominal. It's pretty agreeable. If you wanted to switch over whenever it's like 25 degrees outside, that's like perfectly fine. But like for me and my wife, we just have a heat pump, so we're total electric. And we've had our heat pump run down to we haven't had to switch over to auxiliary heat strips, I think, but one time, and that was whenever we hit the week, like 2 or 3 days of minus degree temperatures. But other than that, we've been able to keep up. So,
but to kind of answer your question on the balance, like the balance point, is the two factors is the kind of the question that you ask yourself, okay, what kind of heat source do I prefer? So do I prefer toasty warm, or do I not? If the answer to that question is yes, then you may turn on that furnace on earlier. If the answer is no, you may turn it on later. And then the other factor would be the cost of that secondary fuel source.
And I believe I'll have to look for it. And Ryan, you might be able to find it as well. I believe Energy Star has a energy cost calculator where you can, you can go in and you can select that you have a dual fuel, and then you just need to like input your utility costs for both electrical and for gas, and then like amp draw. You'd have to have a little bit of technical data, but you can put that in, and then it would tell you like your most ideal and cost efficient balancing point.
And something too is I kind of want to mention something that might go at least unseen, or maybe people don't typically think about is we're talking about all these things of like cost for propane or cost for the fuel source in your area. What plays a really big role in how efficiently that system works is going to be how well insulated your house is. Because if you got a dual fuel system that's 90% and all the bells and whistles, but if you've got no insulation, you're still going to be using a lot of resources to help cool or heat that house because it's just not staying inside. So it's kind of you've kind of got to look at the problem holistically. And, the dual fuel side of things is just one side of that coin. And then obviously the prevention side, which would be the insulation and how well your house is sealed, is going to play into, how efficiently it keeps that conditioned air inside. So,
and then I think something as far as like comfort is concerned as well, like folks a lot of times, especially right now because we're having the temperature swings that we are. We might be switching to secondary fuel sources or heat pump fuel sources back to air conditioning. I think there's a lot of people who might want to just leave their fan on all the time, and I think the fear a lot of times with that is like, does it hurt your system? And no, it doesn't hurt your system. The thing that like hurts your system is like your cycling and electricity inconsistencies, like brownouts, blackouts, things like that. If you decided, hey, you know what, I want to leave my fan on for a couple of days, you're more than welcome to make it happen. You could have some humidity swings with that, but I don't think anything major. Like,
I don't think so.
And why I say humidity swings, if you're running your fan constantly, there's a potential to be pulling your house more into a negative pressure, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're running it, then which means that we're going to be pulling outside air in, and if we're mixing,
and if you have the window open at the same time,
we're going to be having a lot of issues with some of that. But I think one of the questions that we need to answer is: are whole home purifiers worth it?
absolutely.
Yes.
1,000%. If you have it in your budget.
If it's in your budget and like you've got allergies, and I think
it's the favorite thing that I've done.
But a lot of people in Oklahoma, I know specifically, we do have a lot of allergies. There's just a lot of things going on here.
Oh, hey, you'll be glad to know, according to, I think it's U.S. News, that they ranked the worst cities to live in if you suffer with allergies. And every year, Oklahoma City is like number 3.
Oklahoma is a transition area of all different types of geographical.
And I think the battle that we're having with like IAQ products is they've been around for a long time. In the residential market, they are like still trying to become an emerging product, even though they've been on the market for 10 years. And as little as people think about their air conditioners and their heaters, like people don't want to think about that. And then we're saying, hey, you should get an accessory to that. And so you already don't think about your air conditioner unless something breaks and you feel the temperature difference. Well, now the problem I think a lot of homeowners have is we're asking you to spend $1,000-ish on an upgrade that doesn't even affect the way that the air feels. And so you're not going to notice that it's doing its job until you wake up one morning and you're like, oh, wow, I can breathe. I
feel good. Well, and something that we haven't talked about that that especially ionizers do is they neutralize smells as well. And so that's another added bonus to a lot of that. I think so. Yes, they're worth it.
If somebody's feeling worse inside than they do outside, if you're feeling worse outside than you do inside, I have questions as to like other things we might have going on with that system. I don't think allergens are going to be that prolific. But I think closing thoughts: Cedar pollen sucks. Allergens,
1,000%.
But there are things that you can do on your air conditioning system to help mitigate those symptoms.
Well, like what you're saying too, it's obviously like if you're wanting to purchase an IQ product, like we'll definitely can help out with that. But there are things that you can do today to help mitigate a lot of this stuff that doesn't cost you anything.
Coconut is cheap.
It costs you nominal amount. It costs you nothing, might be something, but you can change out your filters more often.
If I told you
rub down your pets,
hey, you could spend $10 today. I don't know how much coconut costs in your area, but if you spent $10 today, and it helps solve your allergy problems, would you do it?
Oh yeah,
but beyond that though, like if you're struggling with allergies in our service area and you want to know more about it, give us a call, fill out the link in the description, and we'd be happy to jump in and help. If you're not in our service area, look for a company that you can easily identify that looks like they're people that you like, know, and trust, and pull the trigger from there. And I'm sure that they'd be happy to help as well. Because ultimately, guys, like the reality is allergy season is too long, at least in the South, to not do anything about it. So do something about it.
Do something, Be proactive.
If we can spend $1,000 on a product that has at least a 5-year warranty and is going to mitigate allergies for that entire time, it is worth its weight in gold. Any final thoughts?
Just do it.
Nike. But guys, that concludes another rendition of the Home Service Half Hour. We'll be back next Friday to talk who knows what, but we'll be here. We would love for you to join us. As always, do something nice for somebody. You never know, it might change their life. Eyes up, keep moving. Here we go. See y'all.
See ya.